Hope you're going all right. I have to do my reading in my little hidey hole today. My niece is working out in the main area and it is way too hot. Way too hot to be outside. So in my little hidey hole I go. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. If you're going to join, and everyone who comes back and watch the replay, I really do appreciate it. Got a lot of new members at the moment, new subscribers and all that sort of stuff. So I want to take a minute to thank you and welcome you and hope that you receive what you need. Knew that was going to come out today. Get what you need when you come here. I am Miss Psychic D. I am a conduit and channel for spirit. So all the information that I give is in relation to what spirit believe that the collective consciousness needs to know to help them move forward. I do offer personal readings. I get asked that a lot over in TikTok. I do offer personal readings. All you have to do is jump over to my website, misspsychicd.com.au, and I can help you from there. You can book directly online. If you are overseas after this session, after I have a little bit of a break, I will be jumping on the Psychic TV Australia lines. So I will be online over there. Taking calls. If anybody has a quick question they want to ask, please by all means do so. But yeah, all my links, hello Kim, all my links are down below if you want to get a hold of me. How are you feeling, Kim? How's the super full moon affecting you, babes? So I was running a bit behind, so I'm just trying to settle my energy a little bit. I was rushing, trying to get myself organised. Good morning, Georgie. It's always good to see you, doll. Always good to see you. Wow, how are you all feeling? Like I say, I'm in my little hidey hole today, so the lighting's pretty crap. But you just gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, to get the message out to the peeps, you know? So I'm going to be really interested to see how this reading goes today, if I'm honest. Because I still think it's going to go two ways for a lot of people. It's going to go two ways for a lot of people. Yeah. Anyway, well, I'll wait a few more minutes for people to jump on. I'm just tuning into the collective energies and just turning some of these cards over and just see what comes out. I did pull some earth magic cards and it's pretty straightforward. I feel like sometimes when I jump on to do these collective readings, even though there's been a linear time of a week in between, sometimes the messages are exactly the same. So I feel like I'm repeating myself, even though the person who is possibly going to watch this or watch the replay may not have, it may be new to them. So yeah. Thank you. Ooh, that's come out a few times this week as well. Hey, Foxy boy. You live up to your name? So, yes, we are going through a massive purification kind of energy at the moment. So this is a lot about detoxifying. It's all about eliminating waste, they just said to me, on all different levels, on a holistic level. Good morning, JM. How are you? Yeah. So, how appropriate. So, yeah. Some of you may be naturally inclined to do this. I know this has been an energy that has been sort of gathering momentum over the course of the last few weeks, but don't be surprised if from this moment forth, especially with this super full moon that's just going on, that you don't have a really strong desire to start taking care of your physical health. I had that during the week. I went, oh shit, I've got to go get my hair done, even though I'm not really impressed. But anyway, yeah, I've been doing the same thing. And as you guys know, my regulars anyway, I've been taking the supplements and doing all that sort of stuff. So if you have been pulled towards purifying your own physical self, please follow through with that. I do believe that we are heading into much more busier, more karmically rewarding times. They literally just said to me that you're going to require your stamina Can you still see me? Can someone let me know? I just got a call in. Sometimes it cuts off the live. Oh, sweet as. Sweet as. I do tell stories about me because I teach through the clarity of my own example, Foxy boy. Thanks for asking. But what I do is I tap into the collective energies and I read for everybody who sees this message, and it includes myself because I'm still a human. I just channel spirit. So thanks for letting me know that you can still hear and see me. That's awesome. So what's really good news, and you saw me pull these cards out straight away, is that we've got the DNA Karma card in the Earth Magic, and we also got the Learning from Karma in the Mystical Healing. I just gave you a shout out, Foxy boy. Yeah, so super full moon is going to bring up a lot for a lot of people, whether it's the unlearned lessons that weren't sort of addressed and acknowledged over the course of the last 3 months, especially. If you have addressed them and you've been doing the inner work, then it's time to purify your holistic self. I'll say holistic because it can be your mind, your emotions, your physical vessel, all that sort of stuff. Bye, Foxy boy. Have a good day. You may be wanting to purify your system. So, because they keep telling me that you'll need stamina for whatever is coming in. So you want to be in a vibrational alignment with what's coming in for you. I just said, why is that? And they just told me that whether you guys believe it or not, the energy that's coming in the towards the end of the year has the potential to allow your karmic rewards to come in for you a lot more effortlessly. So it is all part of this new beginning. This is what I mean. I feel like the energy that I'm tapping into and reading for today is, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm starting from ground zero. Morning, Denise. Thanks, Foxy. I feel like I'm pulled out of bed just to do a stretch workout. Like my body aches and it's just started. Makes me wonder. But that's exactly right. That's exactly what's happening, JM. That's your soul. That's your soul saying, this is what you need. This is what you need. Do it. And if you can follow through with it, please, please do. Good morning, Tina and Lisette. Everyone's just jumping on. Takes a while for the notifications to come out. And I know I've been swapping from Fridays to Sundays and all that, but it's all depending on my schedule at the moment. So the current energy at the moment, especially that's being backed up by this super full moon, is please give yourself permission to start from scratch if you have to. I do that all the time, and I've probably done that about 1,001 times this year because of all the contrast being a karmic year, you know. So make sure that you do purify your... They're more pulling me towards surroundings at the moment, though. So if you do tend to use a lot of chemicals when you're cleaning, or heavy metal detoxes are good all the time anyway, because, I mean, you can just be driving behind a car that's got fumes being plummeted out of it, whatever the word is. Anything like that, we're always exposed to some type of chemical or whatever. So, oh, my throat shark, I just want to close up. Yeah, so you may be pulled to purify and look and take care of your body. And I know Denise has. Denise has too. Oh, so you've been up since 3:50, Denise. Oh, I don't like how she's done my hair, right? It's really... Anyway, we'll keep going. I'm really scattered today. I'm really, really scattered. I know it's because of the super full moon, but also because I was rushed this morning. But I really don't know what to say or do at the moment. And I said that last week as well. Oh, thanks, Denise. My hairdresser tends to not wash a lot of the stuff out because it gets so knotty because it's so thin and there's so much of it. It gets really knotty, so she doesn't tend to wash it out properly, and a lot of product stays in it. So it's like, Anyway, first world problems. But literally the card that just popped out, and we got love your body. So how appropriate is that? So once again, if you are looking to take care of your physical vessel, we really encourage you to do that at this time. And that for the psychic reason that your life is going to get very busy. It's going to get a lot more easy and a lot more effortless, but you're going to need the strength and stamina to keep up with the shift and change that is coming in for you. It's part of, a lot of you have had a shift in your DNA, and it is part of this karmic rewards, and it's definitely part of this new beginning that's coming across for everybody at the moment anyway. So the most important thing that you can do right now is to do self-reflection, self-realization, all that sort of stuff. Maybe you sit back and have a look at your environment, the people in it, what you're doing, your daily processes, behaviors, all that sort of stuff, what your thoughts are telling you, and still learn from your karma. We do this process each and every day anyway. It's part of living. You have to know what you don't want to know what you do want, and then be able to love yourself enough to be able to go with the new choices or decisions, or learn the lesson and do something different. You're going to do it to the day you croak it anyway, so you might as well get used to it. But yeah, a lot of people are still learning from karma. They would love everyone to focus on their higher truths as well. So a lot of you are seeing the truth of a lot of situations in your life. Maybe you need to be a little bit more honest and truthful with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It's all about awareness at the moment. So you're just becoming aware. What's working, what's not, who's good, who's not, whose intention's right, who's not, all that sort of stuff. That could be part of the purification as well. Still learning to release and replace and do all that sort of stuff. So you go easy on yourself. But I would highly encourage everybody in this current energy to maybe more so, I've been saying to everyone, even in my private clients this week, it's about more so, I think we have to ride the rest of this year out. I really, really do. I think it is still going to be a very wishy-washy for a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of adjustments that need to be made. But the best thing that all of us can do right now, and I'm doing it myself, is to start visualizing and picturing what 2025 looks and feels like for you. Hey, kitty. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Lisette. It's probably like that for a lot of people. Oh, wonderful, kitty. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. I knew today was going to be a funny day to do this. I really did. But it's all the time I had. It's all the time I had. So we also got the Be More Objective card as well. So if you... I struggle with this energy during the week, and it's kind of like an energy of sacrifice. Now, sacrifice does not mean that you have to not be who you are, not focus on what it is that you want or anything like that. Thanks. They just said to me, because we've been saying that we're coming into very co-creative times, which means getting a little bit more social. Maybe you're meeting through your karmic lessons, you're meeting bigger, better versions of outside people or opportunities that you're not familiar with, and it's going to take you some time to alchemize that and actually embody that energy. When you're co-creating with someone, there is a need to be flexible in some kind of way. So if one person likes blue and the other one likes green, they're not saying that you've got to sacrifice your favorite color to just like someone else's color. But what it does mean is that it's kind of like a pick your battle type energy. You have to have a look and go, is that a deal breaker for me? Is it not? Is the pay worth it in that job? Is it not? There's going to be a lot of sort of sifting and sorting on that type of level for a lot of you when these opportunities and options start coming in for you. And the only way that you'll know whether it is for you is if you already have what 2025 looks, feels, smells like for you as an individual. Does that make sense? So yes, there's lots of great opportunities. Yes, there's a lot of great people that have the potential to cross your path. Yes, to so many much more effortless and easy and stimulating things that are going to come into your experience. But you've got to know yourself well enough You've got to feel physically inspired enough. You've got to feel healthy enough, I suppose, with the strength and the stamina to say yes to the things. I got this last week because I just said say yes to the dress as well, to say yes to these new things that are coming in for you. So just be a little bit more objective at the moment. Try not to be too rigid. That's an important thing. Because whatever this is, it feels like you've been granted permission, the gift of lineal time, and I don't know, some people just need it, but you've got the go-ahead from spirit that if you want to come back to self and start from scratch, you can. And the way that you do that is by focusing on what 2025 more so looks like for you and start projecting that, because from this moment forward to the end of the year, don't be surprised if you're more so gathering resources, incorporating and instilling these new skills or abilities or gifts that you have sort of accumulated over the course of this year being a karmic year. A lot of you may be really inclined, and I see what I say it all the time. I say it. A lot of people may be inclined or are being guided to get a higher level of wisdom on things. So this is about reading literature. I don't know how many times I've said to people, you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. It's just your brain cannot understand it. So go and read about the law of attraction. Grab Esther Hicks' books. Watch or listen to podcasts. Anything where if you don't know something, then you discover what it is. Get some conscious understanding about whatever it is that you're wanting to learn, especially when it comes to higher truths. Because when you know higher truths, man, life can get so much more simple and so much more easy for you. Look, we got love your body, and then we also got altar of the heart. So you are the altar. So adorn yourself in jewels and prayers and take part in self-care practices. So I think the biggest struggle over the course of this year has been people giving themselves permission to put themselves first. I really, really do. I've struggled with it. So I'm sure everybody else has. But you're about to head into a brand new beginning. It's part of your karmic reward. If it's not karmic reward, it's karmic debt. And what do you do about that? But we are learning at the moment, whether we're learning logically, whether we're learning academically, whether hopefully you're learning from your past mistakes. Maybe there's people around you that you see are learning from their mistakes as well. I don't know. But self-care practices, daily non-negotiables, coming back into alignment with who you are is really, really crucial. And this super full moon is definitely going to be a catalyst for that. It's kind of like if you don't do this willingly and deliberately, then things may happen that will make you do it. So I'm looking how to open myself up more to try heal clear from the trauma. I'm just not sure where to start. I might have to do a video on that, if I'm honest. And once again, because I've had a few people reach out inquiring about my my healing, my healing stuff. And I personally don't know where to start with it because I've just done my own stuff. So I'd say knowledge is key at the moment, Denise. Like, there's really good books out there. You might be able to get them on free or watch free stuff on YouTube and stuff. Your Body Keeps Score. Hey Huda, how's things, darling? Yeah, I'm good. Body Keeps Score, and I'm sure there's heaps of literature out there, but I don't read a lot of it because I don't like influencing my energy too much. But Dr. Nicole Pera, the holistic psychologist, I go and I bought all her books. Do I have them here? I do. I'll show you what I use when it comes to trauma. Because, yeah. Once again, I just want everyone to really remember that I'm not a therapist. I I don't do that. If you do have trauma and stuff, even I, throughout the year, have been seeing a psychologist on and off just to help with the processing of it all. But I got this book, How to Do the Work, by Dr. Nicole LaPera. So she basically, in very layman term, if I can understand it, anyone can understand it. But she actually goes into, you know, how to actually start healing the trauma. And like I say, she talks to you like you too, so it's really, really good. You can start by grabbing something like that or following her online. And then I also got this book of hers, How to Meet Yourself. That's actually a workbook, so she gives you a little process to do or whatever, and then you fill it out. I'll show you a page that I haven't had to do yet, but you know, this is Meet Your Shadow Self, and you go through and fill out the book and stuff like that. But either which way, all her online content's awesome. Yep, somatic exercising helps with trauma. So if you don't know where to start, I would just grab yourself something like this from an actual therapist, from an actual psychologist, like these people are trained in their field. I've also got, this one was a free printout on her website, and it's Healing PTSD. And honestly, I printed it out, it was about this big. So what I tend to do is I have all my resources on hand, and if I don't get soothing from spirit or from something that I have been doing, then I just pull out a book or pull out something that I need to help me with that. So yeah, hope that helped you, Denise, and anybody else. Yeah. And when it comes to that type of thing as well, one thing it really took me a long time to wrap my head around, got the wisdom card as well, was allowing myself to know and to fully understand that healing from trauma or any past hurt or pain is a process. It's absolutely impossible, and it's such a strong false belief system that you think that you can go from one certain level of vibration, especially if it is down in the depressed, suicidal, I don't know whether I can say that again, but you know, down that end of the scale, it's unrealistic to think that if I just do a week of somatic exercises or, you know, 6 months worth of therapy or whatever it is, that I'm going to go from there up to here in a massive swoop. Good morning, Bev. So good to see ya. You cannot do that. You basically, like I've said before, because you guys are my regulars and I love yous, you're better off if you really intentionally want to shift. I would print out the Esther Hicks Emotional Guidance Scale. Don't think I have one handy, but she's got a range of emotion. And if you're very active in your healing process, you can wake up each day and go, okay, I wake up and I'm feeling this way. Where do I sit on the scale? And then you look at the next feeling that's above that or two above that or whatever. Don't go too high because it's ridiculous. You can't do that. But you look at it and, you know, you may want to go from depressed to meh. I don't know off the top of my head what the different levels are. But then you got to say to yourself, okay, well, what do I choose to think today that will help me shift out of this vibration into this vibration? What I found throughout the year is that I wouldn't allow myself to be angry. I wouldn't allow myself to feel spiteful. I wouldn't allow myself to feel revengeful. I wouldn't physically act on it. You know, it's not who I am, but I'm still a human and those feelings still do come up. So I did a lot of journaling. I did a lot of writing. So instead of projecting it and projecting all my bullshit and my hurt and my pain onto innocent people, even if they did do stuff to me and they deserved it, instead of projecting it, I chose for myself to feel better and I wrote it down on a piece of paper for transmutation. And you got to do it consistently. If you're healing from any type of trauma, it's kind of like expecting to lose 50 kilos and going to the gym, turning up once a week, and then not going for a couple of weeks and turning up again, and then expecting to hit your goal. we're all realists here. That's just not going to work, is it? It's not going to work. So the same goes with healing trauma. The good news with it is that when you do start your process and you start your journey, are you ever going to be perfect? No. Are you going to be in the state of joy and bliss and like how all these online presences, portray themselves to be? Well, hopefully, but no. You've got to go really, really, really easy on yourself. Really, really easy on yourself. And along the way, you will have people that will, try to hinder your progress. You'll have people that come and are actually a beautiful mirror to who you really are, but you're not quite there yet. And you it's like what's that saying? The rock that gathers moss or whatever. The better you start thinking and the better that you start feeling intentionally, because you want to feel better first and foremost, not because you want a boyfriend or girlfriend, not because you want a new job, not because of anything outside of yourself, that will all come as a byproduct to how you're thinking and feeling. You've got to do it for yourself. You've got to do it because you have one shot in this life. When I first started, I had to pick something. I couldn't really pick goals and stuff because I was caring for my mum and I was caring for my brother and I had a heap of other crap going on. I was trying to raise 2 kids and I had heaps of things going on that I couldn't, I felt so much resistance that I couldn't move forward with my goals and my dreams because my commitment and my sacrifice was to them. But at the end of the day, I still chose to feel better for myself. And that's how you find peace with where you are. And it became a lifestyle. It has to be developed as a lifestyle. We really got to stop this. Well, if I do that because Miss Psychic D said that and I'm going to get this result, it doesn't work like that. Exactly, Lisette. From within, without. And a lot of people do give up because they feel like they're white knuckling it. They're doing everything they can and they're not seeing any physical result. And that's 9 times out of 10 because they're still focused on the absence of it. I said a couple of weeks ago that with CPTSD myself, I felt like the relief that I needed was so huge. So when I was drip fed a little bit of relief, whether it was a compliment or whether it was a good week at work or whether it was offers for work and business or dates or whatever it is, I kind of sabotaged it because it didn't feel like it was enough for me. It was like, I need more. It's kind of like when you're really, really thirsty. You're really, really thirsty and you go to have a drink and you've only got like a little sip left. That's what it feels like. But having the awareness that Rome wasn't built in a day, that everything's working out one foot in front of the other. I'm going to go easy on myself. I'm going to find peace with where I am. When you start actually doing the work, you find that you end up taking big mouthfuls. You end up feeling better. Your environment changes. Whoever you draw into your experience changes. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And you saying being selfish enough, and that helped. Yeah, well, once again, a lot of people have got the wrong definition on selfish. It's always self first. You come here for your own journey. You come here for your own journey, your own experiences, your own contrast. And, yes, you chose your birth family and you come in and some were great and some were shit and, all that happened and all that. But you came here for your own journey. This is your life. Esther, E-S-T-H-E-R, Hicks, emotional scale. I'll get it. Oh, hang on, I'll get my book. Maybe this is why all the events this morning didn't work out in my favor because I had to be in my hidey holes to pull out all these things. But if you want to do yourself a favor, get the Ask and It Is Given. Learn to Manifest Your Desire by Jerry and Esther Hicks. And start there. Yeah, as you can see, I've got all my little taggies here. These are all my favourite books. I might as well just read the whole book. But she does have the emotional scale in there. I think it's just at the back here. Somewhere. Hang on, let me have a look. $22. Oh, hang on. Oh, anyway. You can just Google it. Oh, here it is. This is what it looks like. Emotional scale. In this book, she actually gives you the process. But basically, you've got 1 is joy, knowledge, empowerment, love, freedom, appreciation. Woo! And the number 22 is fear, grief, depression, despair, powerlessness. So if you're feeling, just say at the moment you're feeling really insecure, you're feeling guilty, and you're feeling unworthy. What the next emotion above that is jealousy. So if you can move your energy up into jealousy in some type of way, 9 times out of 10, the only reason, and I remember a psychologist said this to me back in the day, because I was really jealous of other girls, because I was so insecure in my physical vessel that I would really be nasty towards other girls. And we're going back to high school, so I'm sort of outgrowing that. But, and they were a threat, and I had a gorgeous boyfriend at the time, and he was totally into me, but because of the way I felt about myself and the way that I always thought that those girls were prettier, they had bigger boobs, they had this, they had that, they're more outgoing, they're this and that and this and that, I actually turned really aggressive. So I ended up in the shrink's office to sort that shit out. But I remember him saying to me, he goes, you're doing that because you're jealous. You're jealous of those other people. And so I had to start working through the jealousy part. That was part of that. And then the next up from jealousy is hatred and rage. And you know what? When you're a spiritual being, you don't want to feel those things. That's why a lot of people avoid the healing work. Because a lot of people would say to me, Psychic D, being jealous, being hateful and revengeful and angry, all that sort of stuff. No. But honestly, if you saw me 20 odd years ago before I started my journey, I was all those things. All those things. And just from doing this process, reading, learning, doing the work, doing all that sort of stuff, I'm more up, I hover more so probably around 3 and 4 now, which is enthusiasm, eagerness and happiness and positive expectation and belief. That's where I'm currently at. No one can throw me off that train. But to move up, I have to tap into passion. And then once I find, when I regulate that passion, then I'm into joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, love, and appreciation. But like I say, you'll bounce. You'll bounce through them all the time. So ask and it is given. If you've already got it, rip it back out and read it. I'm going to leave it out again for myself, so maybe I can make some posts that will be more relevant. But that's, at the moment, don't be afraid to just surrender a little bit and start learning. Start learning. Knowledge is power. We even got the wisdom card that did come out. A lot of people are floundering at the moment, not knowing what to do because they don't know what to do. So the card says you are being guided to learn something new to expand your mind and consciousness. Whether a skill set based study or the act of self-study. I'm even thinking about going back to study next year. I take Spirit's guidance. I'm projecting out into 2025. What does that look like for me? Because I know that my outside world will be a reflection of that. So I have a beautiful time between now and the end of the year to get into vibrational harmony and alignment with what 2025 looks like for me. So I seriously am thinking about doing something to help people do that, because that's all we need to do right now. That's all we need to do. But you've got to know yourself. You've got to know yourself as well. Like even me, being in the dating scene, I'll ask people a question. Simple questions. What's your favorite color? What would you like to do? If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be? Just simple everyday questions. A lot of people don't even know how to answer that. Don't even know how to answer that. We've got winds of change. I'm going to pull out these cards today. There's a change coming. It's brewing. You feel it. You know it. How are you going to get there? You're going to do some self-actualization. You're going to work out what you want in 2025. You're going to put yourself first. Because if your cup is empty and you try to give from it, you're going to burn yourself out. You want to fill your own cup up. You want to start purifying yourself. You want to get your strength and stamina on a holistic level, which means all yourself. in alignment because your karmic rewards are coming in. It's part of this new beginning. Please don't be shy to say to yourself, you know what, fuck it. Chuck everything in the fucker bucket and start and just say, I'll start from where I am, because all you have is now. That's all you can do. Make a choice for yourself that life is going to get better for you and that everything that you need is on its way to you, because it really is. We are still in this learning stage of karma. You know, you wouldn't have known half the stuff you know now if you didn't go to school for 12 years of your life. You know, I think a lot of teachers, especially spiritual teachers, those that share the wisdom and stuff like that, it's like we're becoming spiritual school teachers at the moment. So even though we do the tarot readings and we do all that sort of stuff, I know I've been encouraged to come on and do more teaching type of thing, but I'm not book taught, I'm spirit taught. So it's hard for me to do that. I don't know what to do. But, you know, great winds of change are forecast ahead. Life is about to get more effortless, a lot more easy for a lot of you, but it's up to you whether you're going to complicate it or not. It is guiding you in a completely new direction, so don't be afraid. Allow yourself to be led by the breeze with ease. With ease, with effortless. Honestly, I think I needed to jump on today and just tell you to let go of the reins. Let go of the control. Your ego is a very healthy thing. It's part of your personality. It's part of those wonderful little 3D structures, whatever it is. But your higher self now is asking you and calling for you to surrender, to make the choice, to research things, to learn new things, to ask questions. Ask yourself the questions. Do the inner work. Do the inner work. It doesn't have to be a big, hairy deal. Set yourself 10 minutes a day in your lunch break. Get up half an hour before the family gets up. A lot of people do use the excuse with me, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Bullshit. If I found the time with everything that I was doing, you got the time. What you're technically saying within yourself is that I don't feel worthy, or I'm scared, or I'm fearful. There's something going on, and you're basically choosing to not create the time, because time's just an illusion anyway, to do what it is that you need to do. Hey Chris, good to see ya. So it's a choice, and you need to choose now to wipe the slate clean, to say, I am Chris, Denise, Wendy, JM, Georgie, I am this person, I am me, and this is my journey, and from this moment forth I choose to wipe my slate clean. I just choose to wake up and just, for me it was like I choose to wake up and be the kids I want, be the person I want my kids to be. That was, I didn't have a goal. That's what I was trying to get to before. I had so much going on that I couldn't sort of have a goal of creating a big empire or doing anything like that because I had so much responsibility. But I did choose one thing, and I love my kids the most, and I chose to wake up and said, look, I'm going to be the person I want my kids to be. And every choice, every decision, I did it for myself first and foremost, but I wanted to be the person I want my kids to be. And one's 25 and one's 16. I think it panned out all right. Guess it panned out all right. My son literally said to me on the way home, we were just listening to music, driving home in the car, and he must have been thinking about something on his own, and he goes, hey mum. And I said, yeah. And he goes, he said, oh, what did he say? Thank you for, no, that's right. He was talking about how other families, you know, people that have like, they get $80,000, $90,000 a year and, you know, over that amount of money, and they're so unhappy. And he goes, Mum, I don't know how much you make, but I'm guessing it's under $30,000 a year. And he goes, but I love you because you've always given us everything. And I'm like, oh my God, my tears, I'm like, now I was like, don't mess up the mascara. But he goes, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I just went, it is too, 13. And that in itself, I'm blessed to get the validation from him, and it come out of the blue and out of nowhere, because over the last few days, I was having moments of I've let him down specifically because, you know, of our life circumstances and that. But he turned around and said that. And he said it in such a fluid way. I can't remember. It was just a feeling of it. And it was that moment that I went, you know what? That choice that I made, how long ago was it? Would have been about 13 years ago, 14 years ago, because I think he was about 2 and he's 16 now. Anyway, the day that I woke up with intention and said, I'm going to be the person I want my kids to be. This is what's going to come in. But if I wasn't present, if I wasn't mindful, if I wasn't taking care of me first and foremost and all that sort of stuff, that moment probably wouldn't have ever happened. And that's why I get so passionate to get on here and help you guys, because it does happen, and it happens to us everyday folk. It really does. But you got to, you got to create it for yourself, and stop using excuses like time and all that sort of stuff. The next card we got in the karma is actually give yourself a break. A lot of you have been too hard on yourself, trying to do too much too quick, trying to bolt ahead too fast too soon, jumping on opportunities, because I'm telling you what, there's so many opportunities and options and offers. I've had a stack come through the week. Honestly, myself, they're coming in for you, but you've got to make sure that what's coming in, even though it's wonderful and stuff like that, you've got to make sure that you're in alignment with yourself. You've got your 2025 picture sort of mapped out in your mind, in your visuals, and some you're going to have to say no to and some you're going to say hell yes to. Remember, you are a human being, not a human doing, so don't be so hard on yourself and give yourself a break. For some reason, I don't even think I'm meant to do a reading today. I think I'm meant to come on here and tell you guys and give you permission, so to speak, to give yourself a break, to remind you that Rome wasn't built in a day. It's unrealistic that you can think that you can sit and do a course or go on a 1-week retreat and that your life is going to be fucking amazing again after that. Will it be better? Absolutely. Will it be more empowered? Absolutely. It's not taken away from that. But if you don't keep that ball rolling, if you don't keep that momentum going, and you don't keep doing the self-work, the self-reflection, let everyone else off the hook. Don't try to blame anybody or anything else outside of yourself right now either. That's not going to be helpful. Say thank you. You were the catalyst for me to want better for myself. It's really time to turn the other cheek. Stop being so hard on yourself. That's the main thing. And I just felt like I needed to get on here today and give you guys permission. I really do. 14 now. Hey, Chandru. Good to see you. Oh, I'm glad, Georgie. I'm glad everyone's getting what they need. I really do feel that's how my morning's gone. It's for this just to go on a bit of a rampage. Yep. I knew it. All right, we'll try. That's my bitch for today. I'm not saying that everybody needs to get all gospel and all that sort of stuff, but you do have to make a choice to be a deliberate creator. And then when you're not feeling up to it, when you're not feeling motivated, that's usually because you're not inspired by something. So if you get stuck and you're feeling unmotivated, ask yourself, what can I do today that's going to inspire me a little bit more? Do the inner work, because you are manifesting something really, really wonderful for yourself. In a psychic sense, with the push of this super full moon, which is going to hopefully bring you a high sense of awareness, high level of clarity, some kind of maybe some psychological understanding as to who, what, when, and why to soothe that ego part of self, you are actually in regeneration mode. I have to give you permission to surrender today. Surrender to this new beginning and just say to yourself, I am so keen to do this work. It's fun. I love people who can take accountability and ownership and be authentic and be transparent and show me who they are, warts and all. But first and foremost, I've got to be that person. A lot of people that I've been speaking to over the last 2 weeks especially are whinging and complaining about everybody else who are merely a mirror reflection of them. I want you to be, I got this in the hairdressing chair the other day. So many people put such high expectation on me, and it happens to everybody else, put such a high expectation on other people, but they don't even live up to their own expectation. They don't even live up to their own expectation. It's madness. Absolutely. absolute madness. But just go easy on yourself right now. Maybe you just need some new resources. I showed you some books that you can go get. Go to the library. Ask yourself, hey, Bev, Georgie, Wendy, Denise, hey, if you want to create a change, what do you need to do next? I know there's a lot of people, I won't call your names because even though you say it sometimes, but a lot of people have been called to get the supplements. A lot of people have been called to join certain networks. I'm in the Regan Helia group at the moment. So I was called to do that. You are being called, whether it's to stretch and stuff like that. You are being called to what it is that you need right now, but there's something in your vibe that's resisting that. So just go easy on yourself. Go easy on yourself at the moment. There's fairness and there's balance that's actually coming in, but it's about balancing out your heart and your mind. It's about balancing out your masculine, your feminine energies. It's about balancing out your daily routines. Are you spending too much scrolling and looking at everybody else's successes and not creating your own? Are you spending too much time watching tarot readers? I've called a couple of people up on that this week. Are you too busy watching tarot readers and holding on to the hope that what they say is true, but you're not creating it for yourself? It's going to be so different for everybody. Look what just happened. Co-create. Right at the beginning. You get to set up a beautiful, beautiful foundation for yourself right now, which should feel stable, secure, safe. Even if it doesn't feel fully, get closer to that feeling, because what's coming in is going to require your stamina. Maybe you're going to get into your physical routine and you need the stamina to keep up with the PT sessions. Maybe you're going to get a really good lover and you're going to get some really great sex and you're going to need your stamina. Bring that shit on. Maybe, maybe you're going to go on a holiday and you need, I don't know, stamina to walk around another country. I don't fucking know. Something's coming in and it's co-creating. Hey, Karina. Oh, is it really Denise Hunter's moon? That's cool. So on a psychic level, if it's happening to you right now, fabulous. I'm helping those who are probably feeling a little bit more pessimistic at the moment, are feeling like whatever they're doing isn't working, anything like that. What you're doing at the moment is you're just recalibrating. How did they give it to me the other day for a client? You've learned a lot of lessons leading up until this point. This year has been a karmic year. When you learn a lesson, you need to release the lesson, say thank you, and give blessings to that lesson. But then you also need to replace it with something better, a new process, a new skill, a new sense of adventure, a new focus point, a new focus, I just said. So you give yourself a new focus and then you sit there and go, okay, well, this is my current reality. What do I need to do as an individual to get me closer to that? Maybe I need to think a bit better. That's all I've really done all this week for people, is actually just tell them what they physically need to do to change. They've got the energy going. It's just they don't know what physical inspired action to take. And that's all I've been doing for everybody. Find your physically inspired action, and you're going to come in a time where you're going to be co-creating. So this can be in relationships, this can be in business, this can be just getting out and being a bit more social, joining like-minded groups. I literally put a call out during the week. I thought there's so many healing and breath work and, there's a lot of groups like that out there, but I thought, inspired by Regan Helia's group, there's not a lot of law of attraction type groups out there. The Tony Robbins, you can have it. Hey, they may be out there, but I just haven't lined up with them yet. Maybe I'm meant to create one, I don't know. But I put that out in the spiritual group during the week. And there's a handful of people that sort of went, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Probably about 6, I'd say. But if someone put up a breath work or something else, then they were flooded. So it showed me in the dynamic of the collective consciousness that a lot of people are still on the healing journey. Not a lot of people are ready to create. So if that's you, you need to find peace with that decision for yourself and go with it. I think I'm in that group and saw that. Yeah. So that was inspired by me. I personally don't like doing that. But I was just laying here and I thought, you can't desire something, Danielle, without putting some inspired action, because you never know. You never know if you don't give it a go. And I threw it out there. And yeah, that was an inspired action. Did I attach myself that there would be opportunity in that? No. But I went for a walk with my niece the other day, and we were talking about the same thing. And I said, what it feels like, if I could give it in analogy and energy into an analogy, at the moment, it's kind of like we're baiting up our fishing hook. We're baiting it up. So this is with our positive thoughts, our desires, our thank you for the lessons, all that sort of stuff. And we're throwing it into the water. And over the course of the next few weeks, it's like you get that little tug. You know, when the fishy comes up and goes, what's this? And starts tugging at the bait. And then I honestly, from the energy that I'm feeling, it could happen this year because everyone's on their own journey, but more so next year, I feel like it's when we're going to start reeling in the fish. Oh, yep, right size, I'll keep that one. Oh, not too small, throw it back. That's what next year is going to feel like for me. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping people just adjust and shift and cleanse and clear their energy now, so you can open up that energetic space to start doing the catch and release next year, not the emotional and vibrational release and replace. Does that make sense? A lot of you are stepping up in your power. It's about putting yourself first, saying, I am the Phoenix Rising. You're a Phoenix Rising right now. You've gone through a massive soul ascension, and it doesn't matter who you are. A lot of people have just gone through this, but they don't have the cognitive awareness as to what the fuck is happening to me? What's going on? You know? So you need to follow. I only follow Elizabeth Peru because she's on point. Who else do I follow? There's another lady, don't know her tag on TikTok. I follow her. I only follow a real handful of people that are actual channelers. So try not to confuse yourself too much with too much information. Find the ones that resonate with you, with where you're at, and really stay amongst it. Really stay amongst it. But you're a Phoenix Rising right now. If you're not receiving anything, it's happening for a reason. You have offers and opportunities coming in for you, and you're going to have to take a leap of faith. But like I say, if you don't know what it is that you want, if you don't know the reasons why you want these things, and it's typically because of the feeling of it, it has the power to manipulate or throw you off your path. If you're really seeking a relationship, so to speak, or anything like that, and someone comes in and says, geez, you're pretty, or you're such a nice person, or starts, you know, doing that. If you don't know what you want when it comes to your relationships or connections, you could easily be swayed by that type of energy. It's kind of like reading a job description. If you don't know what kind of job you want, what type of salary that you're aiming for, all that sort of stuff, you may read a job description and may seem really fancy and schmancy and alignment and all that, but then all of a sudden the interviewer's giving you all this other information. And you might go, oh, actually, this is not for me. So Spirit want to give you permission to choose as well. There's no lack or scarcity when it comes to opportunities and options out there. It's only us as individuals that pinch ourselves off from it. I think that's where I'm having trouble. There is so many, and I'm not sure if they're genuine, if that makes sense. Perfect. What I can do is I can create a post later with the people that I follow. And if they resonate with anybody, cool. If not, call upon your spirit team. Spirit, let me cross paths with someone that you feel is the best sort of teacher for me at the moment, or the best influence for me at the moment. There's still a lot of people that I absolutely love, but they're either reflecting back to me or something, that old version of me, or it's too far ahead that I'm not even there yet. So I seem to, go here, there, and everywhere. Oh, beautiful, Karina. Love that. So I'll make that a mission. If I don't post it today, I'll do it over the weekend. And it's probably why even 3, 4, 5 months ago, whatever, I was going to create that mentorship group called KISS, because that's all Spirit ever said to me. Keep it spiritually simple. Hi, Jacqueline. Good to see ya. Just keep it simple, you guys. It doesn't have to be so. It's just this market, this niche has got so consumed with a lot of a lot of different energies. Just keep it simple. All right, let's get into some psychic stuff, eh? So there's your pep talk for today. There's your size 10 boot up your bum. Just remember, what works for you may not work for everybody. So try to keep a lot of your plans and what you're doing to yourself right now. Just do the work and allow the benefits or the manifestations or the lesson or something be your victory. Oh, yes. Star, this has come out in every single reading. So if you're watching this and you had a reading with me this week, this means that you're going to be recognized, validated, or admired in some type of way. So a lot of you, if you are putting yourself down, telling yourself you're not good enough, feeding the negative in your worth center, we are asking you to kindly turn that around for yourself, because what they just literally said, what you see of yourself may not be what others see in you. So you may get a job promotion and you'll go, oh no, I'm not good enough for that. Sabotage. You may have a love offer and you go, oh no, I'm not ready for a relationship. Sabotage. There's some level at the moment with the current energies, with this new beginning that's coming in, with an offer and opportunity that you're going to have to take a leap of faith on, that you're going to have to know yourself. You're going to have to love yourself enough to say, I deserve more. I deserve better. I'm going to get better. I don't have to settle for sloppy seconds anymore. I'm manifesting a wonderful life for myself. My wonderful life looks like this. It looks like that. It smells like that. I'm doing this with that person. I'm doing that over here and I'm doing that over there. We need to start telling that type of story in the current energy, because there is the opportunity over the course of the coming weeks for you to be recognized, validated, approached, to be on the receiving end, let's just say, of some type of something. Yeah, absolutely, Bev. They really are. And that's why I can't get on there. But like attracts like, and everyone's at different levels. So if people watch something and they believe it and they resonate with it and know it to be true, that's their tribe. My tribe's over here. Yeah. So, yeah. Please know that whatever you're working on at the moment, whether it's your physical self, whether it's your mental health, whether it's your emotional health, no matter what it is that you're working on, your work life or whatever, they just said keep working at it. Do the positive work, because you have some type of reward or abundance that's going to come in for you as a result of the work that you're doing. A lot of the people here that are doing the work, this just showing me the image of a big fruit tree, and you have the ability, at the moment you're just sort of walking through the field and you can see the tree ahead of you and you can see, let's just go, like the mulberry tree. But just say you're walking towards it, you get to pick from this tree. There's so many opportunities and offers and levels of abundance and so much joy and prosperity and all that attached to this tree. You get to pick the ripest one that's going to suit you right now. Rendezvous with that for a little while, play with that for a little while. You may outgrow that and you get to go back to your tree and you get to pick something else off. I really do think they want me to, in some way, shift the belief system that a lot of people have, that there is lack or scarcity. Just consider your life to be one big tree and it's growing all the fruits of your desires. Let's call it your desire tree. Let's call it your desire tree. All your desires are currently growing on this tree. And at any given time, you can make the choice to step outside your house and go through the gate and put your running shoes on if you want to and walk your way towards a tree and pick off anything that you want. Anything that you want at any given time. That's how I see 2025 for a lot of people. And if you get stuck, if you really don't know what it looks like, for me, I want to go to Canada. I want to go to USA. I want to go to Fiji. I want to go on a train ride up to the North Coast. There's so many things I want to do that I overwhelm myself. And even though it's exciting, none of those things come into fruition because I don't stabilize that. Like I just don't pick a place, if you know what I mean. So even if you don't know the specific just yet, just continue to tap in the feeling of it. It feels amazing. It feels adventurous. It feels frisky. It feels open-minded. It feels luxurious. It feels playful. It feels like me. It feels like home. I'm just so excited. I love how easy and effortless it is. I just love it. It feels like me. It feels like I'm meeting my higher self and then meeting others that match that higher self. It feels, juicy and warm and exciting, and it feels orgasmic, and it feels tantalizing, and it feels surreal. I can't believe I'm here. I've got to pinch myself. This is so exciting. Can you tell the difference between that story in your current reality to whatever story you may be telling at the moment? That's the energy that's being encouraged right now, because whatever you're working on is going to pay off. You need to set your foundation as strong as you can right now. You are going to be recognized or validated for something. I promise you. Yes. So you need to make a judgment call right now. We got judgment. They just told me judgment's going to go in your favor. So if you are having any legal issues or anything like that, the judgment's going to go in your favor. If you make positive judgment calls on your life right now, what's for you, what serves your highest good, and where you're going, especially, you're going to have offers and opportunities come in that's going to validate your work and your energy and everything you've put into yourself up until now. You may have a few to choose from. Because a lot of you have fresh new energies that are going to come towards you, and they're literally going to fan your fire. So your goal at the moment is to focus on those things that make you passionate. And it's so funny because when I gave the example of the emotional scale and I said I'm here, my next thing up was about passion. So work with the scale. That's all I can say is work with the scale. But that you do have a passionate offer that's going to come towards you. This can be in love. You have a passionate love offer. This can come in work. We've got to have you on our team. You've got to work for us. Hey, Carolina, good to see you, darling. You've got to work for us. I want you to house sit for us. You got to be it. You may apply for a rental, and they might go, we've got to have that person. I don't care about whether they've got a dog, a cat, a bird, or whatever. We've got to have that person. That's the energy. You're going to be chosen. You're going to be selected. You've got to be picked. But do you choose and select and pick yourself? You've got to get to that vibration first and foremost. A lot of you have a shift coming in your money as well. The page is a very early starting card. The knight means it's on its way in energy to me. So it's coming. It's coming. Your only job right now is to pleasure yourself. Tell a better story. Think positively. Send everybody. For those who had a reading with me, I think there might be one of you watching, but I know a few of you may come and watch the replay. Just for shits and gigs, I've got a song, because I was listening to it this morning, and I went, I've got to dedicate it to the ladies that I read for this week. Go and listen to Kanye West song called Runaway. Honestly, listen to the lyrics, because it's going to help you move up the emotional scale. Let's just say that. So, cool song. Anyway, please know that this change in your financial sector, I would like to just, for a collective, say stability and security. It's coming out of this into this. So, it's a whole new chapter. It's a brand new beginning. It's on its way for you. It's got emotional fulfillment. The more that you feel better about yourself, honestly, I said last week, taking my protocol of supplements has just made me feel so much better. And because I feel better, I'm naturally doing better. I'm literally having, I was drinking like lots of coffee and shit like that every day. And now I don't even think about that. I mean, it's not that I say I'm giving up coffee or I'm giving up sugar and I'm giving up processed foods and I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this, and made it a real type shift. Those tablets just help me feel better. And now I just naturally go to the fridge and get myself a coconut yogurt and then have a bowl of fruit. My son, who loves his cheese and bacon shapes like that, he's addicted to those. But even this week, he turned around to me and said, Mum, I'll give it a go, because he doesn't like food or being mixed up. He's got sensory processing disorder thing. But he's going, could I have fruit salad? So here I was at the IGA this week buying punnets of blueberries and strawberries, and I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be putting that in his lunchbox. He'll eat it at home when it's fresh, but he just wouldn't do it at school. So this is what I mean. There's so much shift, so much change, so much lesson learning, so much natural pull towards things that are for your highest good right now. But all your job at the moment is just to feel better. So take the supplements. If that's all you do, sweet. Just feel better. I can't believe the difference in my eating. Like I've actually got an appetite now. I didn't have to go and have a lot of friggin' shit done or whatever, but just from having those supplements and my nervous system being regulated a little bit more, I can't eat enough. I've got craving for hamburgers and all this sort of stuff, and it's to the point that I've got to go get it. But I didn't do anything technically to get it. Does that make sense? So take care of your emotional self, because you've got some emotional fulfillment that is coming in for you, and it's going to empower your work life as well. It's going to come in hard and fast. You've got to make a choice to leave the past behind now, you guys. Leave the past behind. I keep hearing, hi ho silver, away! Even though they've got the Knight of Wands here, I keep seeing it. Hi ho silver, away! So, go with the changes, you guys. Go with the changes. If you have a day and you slip up or you fall backwards in that, have your day. Have your day. Just get back up, say, not today, Satan. Gonna go do better tomorrow. Back on the horse. And do it. Because you got a beautiful, beautiful change. Yes, yes, yes. If you choose to lay down the worry, the burden, the guilt, and the excuses, start incorporating your own strength and your own stamina. Take the bull by the horns in your own life. There is beautiful, beautiful connections coming in for you. If you're manifesting a relationship, you guys, it's definitely coming in for you. I'm probably being flagged in these videos. That's probably why I'll forget about the nudies. But anyway, you are manifesting a new connection. Where are you? There you are. So if you're looking for love, it's coming in with the loyal heart here, the co-create, the divine connections, divine unions. It's what you're manifesting. It's what you're manifesting. Are you going to choose to stay and look at the bitterness and the blandness that is your current reality and how it was? Or are you going to go, hell no. I might humour Miss Psychic D and tap into a bit of a guidance and be inspired and gather more resources that I need to help me move forward. Do I have to do them right now? No, because I'm not inspired to. That's okay. But if you make that solid choice and you choose to focus on learning about higher truths, higher knowings, be taught. I'm being taught at the moment. There's going to be times in your life where you're both teacher and student, but face your own truth. Hey, this really isn't working for me. That's a bit embarrassing. Okay, cool. Well, what can I do about that? You know? My daughter had a moment like that last night, and I said to her, I don't actually know what to say, but that's great. Oh, really? Oh, I don't blame you. Sometimes it is just about offering space, hey? I'm not doing these cards. Nah. I'm not tapping into that collective. Because they're shadow side. I've stuck with my gut health powder as part of my morning routine. That's big for me. Good on you, Denise. And give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back as well. Start journaling. As soon as I read your comment, start journaling your progress as well, Denise. Whether it's in the notes on your phone, voice memos, your own journal or something. Look! I knew I didn't have to touch you little suckers. Well, they don't go in there. Hold your vision. Focus on what's for your highest good. New beginning coming in. You are in a time of regeneration. Go easy on yourself. Give yourself a break. Some of you are still learning some karmic lessons here. You need to know that the end of this tough cycle is approaching for each and every one of you. It's closing out. You just need to choose whether you're going to be a willing participant and learn new ways of doing things and start applying a new lifestyle. So when 2025 rolls around, you're not bloody... I had this image the other day of people, you know, like 3 days before New Year's Eve. Oh, shit, better get my vision board done. Oh, you know, scramble, scramble, scramble. You know, oh, it's New Year's, New Year, New Me, and all this sort of stuff. No, start now. Start now. You've got to pre-pave your energy. Start feeling better before January 1st. Start projecting out what you want. If you put up there that you want a red bike, and then 2 weeks later you go, you know what, I don't want a red bike, I want a blue, I don't know, scooter. You can change it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the physical thing. It's the feeling that you want from it, you know? But the end of this tough cycle is approaching. Feel free to shift and change as much as you like. Be bold. Make the first move. Choose you first. Be bold. Tell everyone else to get stuff for a little while. If they're meant to be in your life, they'll be in your life. And if they've done the energy work, they may come back in a better version of themselves as well. Either which way, it's going to be all karmic. It's cause and effect. You can't dodge it. The answers you need are coming. If you keep focusing on the problem and the absence and all that sort of stuff, you are pinching yourself off from the solution even coming in. When people try to book in with me now, I haven't had it too much lately, but if people book into me now and I know they're not ready to hear it, they just want me to wave that magic wand, I just reimburse them because it's just not worth it. If you have people around in your life at the moment, they're not helping themselves and they're not wanting to become better, or they're not wanting to co-create in a nice way with you, you need to release it. Do it now. Do it now before this new beginning really, really kicks in, because it's coming in. New start coming. New start is coming. After a time of regeneration, of releasing and replacing, and getting the answers and the resources that you need, where are you? Should just throw all this shit down like this. 2 different decks. New beginning. A new start is coming. At 11:11. Thank you, ladies. It's coming. That's why your feet probably feel itchy. This is why you're probably feeling really stuck and stagnant and stuff right now. You have been given the gift of lineal time to take a step back, take a deep breath, have a look at your life, identify what's not working, write it down. If you know what's not working, you know how it'll work better. Write that down. Make the conscious, deliberate choice to say, all I have is now. I'm no longer looking at that section that is not fulfilling me. That's not adding value to my life. That's not making me feel healthy, nutritious, frisky, horny, whatever it is, whatever feeling you're chasing. I'm choosing to let that go, to not focus on it, to not give it any more of my airtime. My energy is precious. I'm going to come back to the most creative part of self now. Have a look at all my dreams, all my goals. If I don't know how to reach it, I'm going to follow mentors. I'm going to be coached. I'm going to book in for a reading. I'm going to get a massage. I'm going to eat the last of the crappy shit food in my cupboard and I'm going to replace it with something better. This is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. That's what's going to happen. That's what needs to happen right now in this regeneration, so your new beginning and your new start can come in for you. The time in which this comes in for you is going to be totally dependent on you. Totally dependent on you. But to wrap that up, if you keep saying to yourself, I can't do this because I've got to heal this first. If I can't do this because I don't have time. I can't do this because of that. They are all excuses as to why you're not allowing yourself to move forward. That's all they are. I don't care who you are, what you do, what you say, anything like that. If you've got 10 minutes or an hour to watch me live, if you've got 10 minutes to scroll TikTok or social media, if you've got an hour to sit down and watch your daily soap of a night with your biscuits and your cuppa or whatever, you've got time to do what is needed to be done to improve your life. Oh, you're welcome, Georgie. Feeling very passionate. Because we all do have it all. Summertime just jumped out. That's in Australia, that's at the end of the year. Use your lineal time wisely right now. Actually, I felt like I can now finally stand on the ocean floor, take my snorkel off, look around at the scenery and breathe properly. I love that, Bev. What a beautiful analogy and vision. Love that, Bev. Good on you. Now you're going to be able to go with the flow. I hope you got a nice bikini on. Summertime, guys. I said, when's this? This new start has the potential to happen in summertime. I'm reading the energy of that. If you live in a different country, just consider it at the end of the year. It's from December onwards. Honestly, guys, pivotal time. Between now, learn, grow, expand, apply, do those type of things. Be careful of the story you're telling. I'm not waiting to meet someone. I bought a silky robe, cleared away old photos of the ex, got rid of old stuff in my apartment. I love that, Carolina. Good on you. That's part of the purifying. I don't know, you might not have caught the beginning, but at the beginning it was about purifying your spaces, purifying your energy. So good on you, right on target. Naked? Bev, you naughty girl. I like it. Huh? Oh, look, new career. New career jumped out as well. So some of you, if you're focused on your career, your work, and the direction of that, start creating it. Your work focus is shifting into a positive, new, and successful direction. Get some exercise. Take care of your physical health. View body saying stretch. Stretch. Get some exercise. Love your body. Let your body talk to you. Listen to yourself intuitively. Oh. Do you want any more of these? Give yourself a break. Look, exactly. Please know that everything's okay. And we got spiritual teacher. If you do the work right now, and I'm not saying you do it in a role like myself or many other coaches and mentors or teachers, you know what I mean? Like this is our choice to do this. It doesn't mean you need to do it. But there's some significance about you creating the change in your life that you want to see. And in some way, because what's happened is that you've learnt it, you're applying it right now, but a lot of energies, especially the ones I read for this week, haven't yet embodied it. Walking the walk, talking the talk. You know what I mean? So keep working and merging into the embodiment of all the lessons that you've learned, because a lot of you will be showing other people the way. You may just manifest the love of your life, and someone will come up to you and go, I've been so lonely for so many years. How did you meet your partner? And you'll be able to go, well, Miss Like You D put a fucking boot up my ass and told me to start looking after myself. So I sort of did that. And it's that kind of energy where you're going to have that moment where you've manifested the life that you desire, and you get to share that with others. You get to help or mentor others in some type of way. They just said you just get to live it. You just get to live it. So once again, if you've got really high expectations on people around you, what the world should do, what the government should do, what that country should do, and that person should do, and what everybody else should do, but you're not embodying that at all, there's your issue. That's the problem. Everybody wants everyone else to do something and fit into their expectation. I expect you to dress up for dinner every Saturday night, and then that energy turns up with bloody sweats and joggers on. You know what I mean? That's the contrast I've been seeing all week. Stuff makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. Yeah. Make a decision. All you need to do right now is make a choice. I choose to feel better. I choose to put me first. I choose to love everybody else where they are and just focus on what it is that I'm going to be doing for a little while. I'm going to choose to print out the emotional guidance scale and maybe give this a crack. What have I got to lose? I'm going to choose to go down to the library and get some books out because feeding my mind's really important to me right now. I'm going to choose to go get some exercise. Maybe I may go and inquire about a PT or some sort of classes that are in my area. Maybe I'm going to choose to release all my unwanted things and take them to the markets and sell them and get a little bit of pocket money. Maybe I'm going to choose to subscribe to this and that and this and that, and actually start feeding my brain with good stuff rather than, constantly thinking or receiving the thoughts of others and blah, 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 whatever it is. If you guys want a law of attraction based practice right now to help you shift your vibration and your energy, grab a notepad, type it in your notes, jump on your laptop, whatever, and start from this moment forth. Do it over the weekend. Have it with a glass of champagne in your robe and naked, Carolina, if you want to. It was a Carolina that was naked? I don't know. Now I'm picturing you all naked. I choose. I choose. Write that down on your piece of paper. I choose. Doesn't mean you have to do anything with it. You don't have to do anything with it. Just, I choose. What do you choose from now on? Shift the energy. That's how you shift the energy. You are going to receive synchronistic events. It's going to come in like magic, I'm telling you. You're going to be in the right place at the right time, surrounded by the right people. Zhubev. I was going to say something and I went, nah, I don't say it. In a good way. Now you throw me off. Please know that this super full moon is encouraging this change and this shift. Things will get a lot more easier and effortless. The only reason why they won't be that way for you is if you choose to put your foot on the brake. It's like wanting to go 120 up the freeway to get to a certain destination at a certain time or whatever, and then you put the handbrake on. You got the handbrake on, and you're like, hey, we're all learners at the moment. We're all learners. The world has ascended. I feel like I'm such a learner at the moment. I thought I had a pretty good grasp on this non-physical stuff and all that, and I'm even far from it myself. But it's cool. It's cool. We are where we are. Let yourself receive come out as well. A lot of people, especially if you're the giver, the nurturer, the really in your feminine, beautiful quality, you need to step into your masculine a little bit now and say, hey, you know what? It's my time to receive. The more that my cup gets topped up, the more that we can give from the overflow. And I'm telling you what, if I can help muster up enough of the collective energy to start tapping into this energy, into this vibration, into this massive rebirth energy of more, of growth, of expansion, of fun and laughter and playfulness and friskiness and energy fluidity, non-attachment, positive thoughts, positive minds, positive people, wonderful outcomes, all that, we can change the world. We seriously can change the world. That's why they didn't want me to go into these bad boys. We have the power to change the world right now. And even if we don't change the world in relation to the dynamics that are happening, we'll change our own world. Seriously, the opportunity for everyone to change their world right now by the choices that they choose and the vibration and energy they get into, you are going, over the course of the next 3, 6, 12 months, you are going to be put in a position where people are going to ask you how you did it. They want to ask you how you did it. And it's going to be a very proud moment and a very humbling moment for yourself to say, well, I just started off taking supplements. I just started off taking stuff for my tummy. I just started off by saying no to those things that, no longer serve me. I just chose to tell a better story. You're going to have your own thing. But next year, you're going to get your rewards. You're going to be living and experiencing your own version of your own empire, and people are going to be asking you how you did it, and that's when you know you've made it. Not completed it. You don't complete it until you go back non-physical, but that's the moment that you know that you've made it. I'm telling you now. So, yeah, I hope that helped you guys. That was random. You're welcome, Wendy. You're very, very welcome. So come back and listen to that little rant as many times as you feel you need. Share it with someone who you think may need to listen. Thank you to everybody. Most of my clients this week have come from referrals and stuff like that, or have tracked me down from PTV. So thank you so much. It's really, really nice and refreshing to connect with like-minded people, and a lot of business people. I'm noticing this week, a lot of people just found me through Facebook. It was just my evidence. I don't advertise or anything. It was just my evidence that I set an intention about a month ago as to who I want to work with, what my version of clients are, yada, yada, yada. And it's starting to present itself in my reality. So, it's coming in, you guys. I'm telling you now. You're welcome, Huda. Oh, awesome, Karina. I'm glad you liked it. Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling. I really do. So, got to shut that little inner critic up, eh? Practice what I preach. So, guys, over the course of the weekend, if you really want to be active and you really want to shift your energy, try not to focus on finding a solution to your problem at the moment, because you'll never find it. You'll never find it. You're better off surrendering it to the universe, find peace with where it currently is, and start a new diary or journal. I've got like 35,000 different books over there. I'll just show you something quickly. I got a container like this. I just got a container. This is what I call my workbook and my work box. And sometimes I take it in the back of my car if I don't have the time during the day because I've been working and stuff. I'll take this little box, I'll put it in my back seat, and when I get to school pickup, knowing that I have a bit of time free, I pull my box out. That's probably sounds really good, doesn't it? Yeah, I pull my box out and I do it in the car, something like that. But I choose. If you're feeling pretty good, I choose. If you're struggling more so with your self-worth and confidence, then tap into I am. Start journaling on it. Start rewiring the brain. Whether you want to do hypnosis, whatever it is, you got to work it out for yourself. Everyone needs something different. So you came up randomly for me and you answered my question, and it was kind of spooky how accurate. Synchronicity. Salmon skin roll. Miyagi, as we say in our family. Oh, you're welcome, Kim. You're welcome, Bev. Love yourself enough, guys. Give yourself the grace. Give yourself the grace. And, yeah. Just, yeah. You've all got it in ya. You are a star and you are love. I love that, JM. I love that. Friends, yes, salmon skin roll. You got it, Georgie. Yeah, me and my boys always talk through lingo like that, and some people look at us and go, what the hell? It's like, friends or Family Guy or something. Yeah. I think that's all I can do for now. I'm not going to do one-on-one questions at the moment because I really do think it's time for everybody to do the energy work. Before I jump off, does anybody want to ask me a personal development or self-development question? It's okay if you don't. That's okay too. But let's get one last one, whispers of healing, to close it off. Did you say already how your house is? The spirit you saw? Yeah, non-threatening. I have to be honest and say I haven't had the time to sort of sit down and tap into it. My son sees this energy more than what I do. I have a feeling it's just someone who sort of, like a guardian that just sort of loves being here. But, yeah. Oh, you too, Karina. Let's get a whispers of the healing. Whispers of healing. just to settle this energy. I'm fucking pumped, man. Hell yeah. Intention. Set your intention right now. Now. Over the course of the weekend, set your intention for 2025. Set your intention for 2025. Follow my posts. I think that's the direction in which they're guiding me to help people do. Part of my energy work is to help people shift their energy, not always give them the answers and the solutions. Shift your energy. Focus on your own intention and start projecting that out there, because I tell you what, it's coming in. It's coming in. I think next week I'm doing the collective reading for November as well, so that should be interesting. So Google what intention is, learn about it, be mentally empowered, and the rest will work itself out. So you have a great evening too, Wary Bunny 35967. Yeah. Oh, I'm not doing readings today, Hooter. Sorry. Just wanted to do that. And that's it. Anyway, I'm roasting. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go and have a lemon water and chill out. But I hope you all have an amazing weekend. You're very welcome, JM. You're very welcome. I will be back with more. Go easy on yourself. Don't make Dan come over there and put a size 10 boot up your bum. But you're very welcome, Georgie. Yeah, you too, Denise. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.